Possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Bears offense making last go around. They really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect. Well, they haven't had a whole lot of success in the passing game here. Now, in the second half, he's thinking, I guess maybe just take a shot deep.
I think you're right. Almost looking for a bailout, isn't he? Can my receiver go up and make a big play for me? Can I create a penalty downfield, maybe pick up an interference call and get that yardage downfield? Anything trying to get going again, but you're right. He definitely took a shot.
All right, here we go. No, check.
2nd and 10 now. It's Trubisky. And an alley to run. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. And that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. The Bears on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Trubisky will throw. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the 1st. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of this team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. And the screen only good for 3 that time, and it'll bring up a 4th down. You hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. And now out comes Minnesota. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
Now, that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on 1st down. They're ahead of the chains now.
Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground.
Let's go.
Kaepernick to throw on 2nd down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Jarrell Freeman able to collapse the pocket and drop him for a loss of 3.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive. When we talk with people about what we think the most important quality for an NFL quarterback to possess, what do people usually say?
Arm strength. And he
Yeah, pretty good.
Here's Ryan Quigley now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Shifts by him. And call that an even 50 yards on the punt with 7 on the return. And the Bears take over. Trying to lay one up deep. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or two shy of midfield. He has been interception prone here in his rookie season. How patient can they be with him?
That is the key question, isn't it? A lot of it depends on the head coach, what type of defense you have, and just a general understanding of the makeup of him. But the bottom line is you posed a great question. Are they at the stage where they've run out of patience and now they get to demand production? Or do you continue to stay with him this way?
Call it a gain of 3, and that'll make this a 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. The Vikings on 3rd down. Just a 20% success rate at 2 of 10. This is 3rd and 4. To throw is Bridgewater. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Jay Howard in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
And Quigley now on to punt as he sends this one away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. They'll begin the drive with Howard. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. The bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively a backbreaker. Over the middle, that's caught by Meredith. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. It's another 10 yards on that one and another 1st down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Emerson Griffin in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Linval Joseph in there to get him, and that's sack number 12 for him on the year. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for Chicago. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for Chicago. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. This is taken at the 18. Oh, then the spin. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Elsewhere, Ford Field, they're into the fourth quarter now. And you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Jordy Nelson, 95 yards receiving in that one. He's back to throw. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Back to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Murray. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. A really nice gain of 25 yards. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allow him to run with him stride for stride.
From the pistol, they run it with Murray. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. He'll look to throw. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up fourth.
After that incompletion, I almost get the sense that he's going to look up at the booth and kind of look at us and say, hey, you guys got any suggestions? It's been that kind of game, hasn't it? They've had him on the run throughout.
Yeah, and I get that you're trying to make a play here losing fourth quarter, but to throw when you're not set with pressure coming could have been an interception.
Very much so, and it's been that kind of game for him. They've had him on the run, had him off balance. He's got to find a way to make some big-time throws down the stretch.
They go with Howard to begin the drive. And no room that time, getting it to about the fence. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. So what will they do? On the ground, through the air? Let's see. 2nd and 9. They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And they take a knee. They will take the knee here, and they will finish this regular season with a victory. Well, Charles, the old saying, it.